Hey guys, this is your boy HSK from HSK Car Reviews, and today we are gonna review a 530e plug-in hybrid. If we see from the lights, these are the LED lights that BMW has given on the new models. It looks like hexagonal in structure but still really nice. Then you've got the front grille, which looks quite aggressive. It's similar on all the other models. And then you have the front camera over here. The fins actually open depending on the driving mode that you have. So in a sports mode they would actually open. This is the left light that you can see, and then the bumper, which looks really nice and sporty at the same time, as you see. And the vent over here, which is for the aerodynamics sort of on the bumper, but it looks really nice and quite blended with the bumper shape overall. They have got the 18-inch alloy rims now on this one, and this is how the original rim looks on this car, which is a 225/40. And then you see the caliper with the M badge, which looks quite aggressive on this model. You got the electric charging cap to the left, and this is how it looks from the side. You see that curvy look going right through the doors till the end, which quite blends with the car shaping. The tail lights, BMW has done a great job on both the headlights and the tail lights, if you see over here, and this is quite signature to nowadays on all of the models pretty much that BMW has launched. Looks really nice, and it's a signature when you see a BMW going on the road. You've got the muffler tips on both sides, and then the 530e, of course, the badge, and then you got the fuel cap on this side. We take a little bit look on the other side, and this is the air scoop that you have, which is again native to an M Performance or an M Sport. The hood, and then I again give you a look on the front how it looks like. If we see on the doors are quite stiff and nice. You see the door handle, you see the buttons and the door opener. Again, they have got the Harman Kardon speakers, which is quite nice on the BMW. People look for it. And then from the entrance you have the BMW badge when you need to enter the car. And then over here I take a shot from the outside. Will give you the details when I sit inside the car, but this is how the car looks from the inside when you're shooting from the outside or coming from the outside. So this is typical to all of the BMW models usually. The steering, the gear stick that you have, the center panel that you have. So it's similar across the different models. The other side, the other door, and now coming to from the behind, this is how it looks from the back. The door open, the same thing, the door opener, the door handle, and then you've got these big pockets on the back that you see, which has enough capacity to hold. The middle part where you have the air vents and so on, and then the other seat. And this is an X drive, and the M Sport version has nice interior as compared to this one. And then you've got the trunk, which has a 560-liter capacity, the maximum out of them. The door handles, you've got the armrest over here. You've got all those dials on those, the standard ones that you have, for example, for the windows as well over here. And then the arrows, the mirror adjusters. And then, of course, coming to the dashboard, you have the headlight adjustments over here on this panel. And then you see the air vents. Quite nice, quite very colorful, very solid, as per what BMW has to offer. The dashboard over here is really nice, and I mean they are carrying on the legacy as well. If you see on this 5 Series, the dashboard is quite a signature one that BMW has nowadays on all of the cars. And as you can see over here, the radio or the center panel is quite typical. It's orthodox BMW style, so they have been carrying this legacy from the beginning, where they have the center panel adjusted as like a diamond shape, as you can see over here. You've got the start stop button, and you've got the dial over here. Let's switch on this car, and then I can show you a little bit more on how the dial looks like. If you fire up the car, you never notice that the engine has actually run, because this is an electric model, and you know on all of the electric variants you never can hear the sign of the engine coming up. And this is how the dial looks like. This is an e-drive, and then you can see the speedometer over here to the left, and then here you have the RPM, and you can also see the GPS in the middle though. It's not very detailed enough, but it actually shows you the way and does the job. and over here you have how many kilometers it has run, the time, and so on, and then some of the stuff. If we see the steering wheel, very stiff, very nice, soft leather, round, and this is how the typical BMW steering nowadays on the cars looks like. They carry on the legacy pretty nice, and this is very firm, very solid. You see some of the panels over here, and then you also see some of the panels that they have given over here to control your infotainment system. You have the horn pad, very solid. This is an M Performance, not like an M Sport. On an M Sport, in comparison to this one, they have like a steering which has this knob running all the way to in the center, so it's like kind of a T-shaped, more kind of a T-shaped. But on this one, because it's an M Performance, this is how a typical steering for a BMW looks like. You have the horn pad, you have those double stitches going through, very nice, looks very nice to the eyes as well. And here, if you see the shape, this becomes like an arc in the middle, or in the bottom. If you can just see how because this is an automatic model, you see the brake and the accelerator, and they have the aluminum coating on them, which looks really nice. And of course, the leg rest that you have, or the footrest that you have to the left, is also similar. Coming to the center, you have those two air vents, and then you can see some of the CD system over here, the selector for the radio, and then this is the air zone, and then the air conditioning unit that you have. If you see over here, quite nice big screen. This is a 12.3-inch screen, the infotainment system, where you can choose different options. Now I have the navigation set, but if you go ahead and then select from the home, you can actually select a range of options over here that you can see on this one. If you go to the home again, if I click here, you see the medium, nav, car, apps, and all that stuff that you have on an infotainment system. Really nice, really big, and it kind of welcomes you because this screen is tilted towards the driver, so it means it's facing to the driver. You don't have to move around and then get to it, but it actually looks at you conversely. If you see over here, you've got the dashboard panel here, quite spacious though. It's just like it's one compartment here, but it's quite spacious, so you can keep your stuff, the regular stuff that you need to keep in your dashboard. And then you have the holders here, really nice, really spacious from the inside, so you can keep tons of stuff over here as well. The same goes on the other driving seat, on the other seat as well. Really nice, really solid, and then also the color that merges with your mood, so you can change the LED lights that you see, which run across the door and then within the dashboard all the way here, so you can change them according to your mood at any time. And then coming to the gear stick has been changed from the last model though, because they had the more of a straight facing gear, but now they have slightly tilted it. It's digital. You have the parking, the reverse, neutral, and the drive displays over here. Now it's in the parking mode, and if you need to change it, you click on this unlock button, and then you change the driving modes over here on this one. You have the iDrive dial, which is really nice to control your infotainment system. So here I go. If I'm changing the knob, then you can see that it changes the options over here on the multi-information display panel as well. So this iDrive knob has been given in the later versions of the 5 Series or BMW as a whole. The center panel that you see, the gear stick and the parking, and also these modes, this is kind of pretty standard on all of the BMWs that are coming right now. I will do some more reviews on some other BMWs, for example going from an M Sports to an M car itself, or you name it, to an SUV. This panel kind of would look similar to this car that we have over here. This is a 530e X-Drive, but the panel looks pretty much similar, because BMW, to be honest, they carry on what they have with their all latest models. So the the display that you see over here, the steering that you see, the multi-information display panel that you see over here, and then the center panel, it kind of looks similar across the different models that are coming in the market today. If we see over here, you've got this space in the front, where then you have these two cup holders. You have like a 12-volt panel over here, and then a USB, and then you can also close this shaft by doing like this, or you can open it back again. And then here you have got 3 driving modes. It's sports, hybrid and electric. Since this is an electric version, you can actually switch between the sport mode if you kind of feel sporty and you want to go fast, or you can go between hybrid, where the car actually selects between the fuel version or the electric version, and pure electric, where it will run only on electric. Since this is an electric variant, it actually goes on a full charge. It goes for 40 kilometers, which pretty much suits most of the people who drive daily to their jobs, for example, and it doesn't consume a single liter of your benzene or your diesel, whatever it may be. So that is quite fuel efficient, I would say. And also then you have this button over here which tells you, if you click on this button, it actually self charges while driving the car. This is the parking sensor that you have, and also the camera. Because it has a 360 view, you can actually view it all the way here in this panel. So for example, if I switch the car into reverse mode, then you can see that it gives you a full 360 panel here on the background. And also it adjusts the rear view mirrors for yourself. So quite nifty, quite a nice feature on this car. And then you get the 360 view to the right side, and then you can also see the back camera here, which also gives you these traces wherever you need to maneuver. I go back into the parking again. So now we're in the parking mode again. And this is from the inside. You have those lights over here. Again, you have the SOS button over here. Then you have the lights that you can bring up. So it has too much light, for example, in the night, because now you can see clearly here beneath as well. It gives you quite a bright light, as you can see. So you have the light panels over here to display, and then you can bring them up, bring them down, and then over here you've got the rear view mirror. And then here you've got the armrest. So you click on this one, the armrest opens, and then you have a light over here that you can see. And of course you've got USB input, and then it's quite spacious over here in the armrest. So flip it close. Here I'm in the rear of the car, as well as you can see it's quite spacious, not as small as the 3 Series, because this is the 5 Series bigger sedan that you have. The same color lighting that you can see on the LED panels across the back seat. And also it's quite spacious. I'm 180 centimeters. The leg space that you can see, it's quite nice over here. And also the head space is nice when you sit over here. So it can actually adjust 2 adults and a child at the same time. So not a bad space on this 5 Series. And of course then you see the pockets over here. These are quite big. You can keep anything. It's like fitting magazines and other stuff that you have, might be books or something. You've got the rear air vents, and you've got these 2 trays as well to keep your stuff. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty spacious. You have some small things to keep. You could keep. Then you have the 2 USB-C connectors over here, as you can see. And then you have the 12-volt socket over here. You got the armrest, and then the coffee holders which come out, not bad. And then you can bring them in again and then hover them to the back. So it's pretty good. The seats are really nice, stiff, the material that BMW uses on their seating. And then these, in contrast to an M Sport car, it doesn't have patterns built into the seats, because that is quite specific to the M Sports version. So it's good, spacious, all in all. This is the front of the car from the back side, so you can get like quite a nice view on this car. Really nice steering, really nice crafted dashboard, and then the multi-information display which stands out, and of course the gear stick, the iDrive button, and then this is to the rest of the dashboard, the vents as well. Coming to the back again, the same thing. Now I give you like a slow overview of the trunk. This car has the maximum trunk out of the other 5 Series, because this is a Touring, which is like a hatchback model, so it has a maximum capacity of 560 liters, although it has the battery on the back. And then you see some tools here, and then the charger. and then the opening to the tail lights. The 12-volt jack on the back, which is quite good, comes in handy, and an overall picture again. So carefully crafted 5 Series sedan, well composed, carefully crafted sedan which gives you a blend of both sports and a family sedan car. Guys, if you found this video informative, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more of the cars reviews. Until next time, this is your boy HSK signing off. Take care.